Ladies and gentlemen, welcome at the Accountants TV News, Aqua TV. We are here in Marrakesh during the 5th edition of African Congress of Accountants. I'm really pleased to receive now with us Mr. Nkiju, who is the president of the International Federation of Accountants. Welcome.
Thank you.
So, is this not your first time in Marrakesh?
Yes, this is my second time.
Second time.
For that African conference, this is my first time.
So we are really pleased. IFAC is one of the biggest international organization of the accountants profession. So what is your first impression about this Congress? Okay,
so people, to say about the first impression, IFAC is the only global organization, not only biggest, but also the only global organization for the profession. But my first impression is, I'm very much amazed. It's more than I expected. 1,200 participants and so many sessions and so many invited speakers. This is excellent and very much amazed.
And the ECOI is not only a conference, it's also workshop. There is a lot of many workshops. It's amazing. So we are really, as you, surprised about the contents, the scientific contents of the Congress. How the IFAC participate to build this Congress? What is your scope of participation during the preparation?
Yes, Africa region is a very important region from the IFAC perspective. Very important because that Africa is the most fast-growing economy in the world. So that's we are very much interested in how can we help this African economy continue their growth for over the long period of time. That's our much concern, and especially this time, we see that the main topic is about public sector. So how can we value? How can we enhance public sector management? Is that main theme is very important because especially Africa's GDP, that 60% is coming from the public sector. So we'd like to understand what is that issues in the public sector and how can we cooperate each other with our professions in Africa to solve the problem. We can have some ideas and informations from other continents, so we can apply those knowledges to these issues, to solve the issues.
We see during that you come the Africa Congress of Accountants. That doesn't start yesterday. It starts maybe 4 days before. There is a lot of meeting happened. What did you do with all the federation before the event? It was speaking about vision, strategy, about the future. Can you give us some information about those meetings?
Before this Aqua conference, I participated PAFA. PAFA is a Pan-African organization for professionals, accounting professionals. I attended the board meeting and shared their views, and also their General Assembly meetings. Also, we also shared the views and issues, and also that I supervised the election of the new president of PAFA. That's what I have done before attending this Aqua this time. Actually, that my message is basically with that message has been is that about how can we support this economic growth continuously. They can go forward. Basically, we are emphasizing three things. One is transparency transparency is very important in the sense someone should be accountable for their action, for their performance. In order to make someone accountable for their performance, for their decisions, so that record should be reliable. And transparency is the base for the reliability. So transparency is the starting point. How can you have a reliable record? And the reliable record, we can ask someone responsible for their actions and the performance. So transparency is very important, especially for the public sector. And also is a smart regulation. That countries tend to have more, we need regulation because we are living in a society. But there is a tendency that they have more regulations than they need. So there's a we are emphasizing smart regulation. In other words, the benefit of having that regulation should always exceed the cost of that regulation. That's a smart regulation. So we also, that's emphasizing, in order the public sector, especially more efficient and effective, we have to have a regulation, but should be smart regulation. That's how we can increase productivity of that public sector. Also, I emphasized inclusive growth because that, as you know, it's a very well-known saying that if you want to go fast, you will go alone. That's but true. If you go long distance, then you have to go together. So that in order to African economy, fast-growing economy, to continue, make them continue, we have to share the benefit of economic growth with all the constituents in the society. Otherwise, that the fast-growing economies may not have, cannot be continued. So I emphasize that inclusive growth, especially education. Opportunity for the education should be equal. So everyone should have equal opportunity for higher education. That's how we start inclusive growth. Not only just, there's distributing that result of economic growth. Mm-hmm. That's not enough for the young people. Young people want to have the same opportunity, same hope that they can do it. They can grow together with the economy. So I emphasize that inclusive growth, especially equal opportunity for the education. So three things I emphasize.
Africa made a lot of innovation on for example, the mobile payment. Do you think that Africa could be a model for the others' economy outside the continent?
Of course. It's a great opportunity because that traditional social capital, that you need a huge amount of money to build a road, railroad, all those things. But digital economy is a different thing. So because you do not actually have a traditional, the well-developed traditional structure, much easier to adopt. That's advanced information technology. So I think it's your advantage to adopt that information technology. So everywhere, blockchain or all, the security, that's also data analytics, all that area, artificial intelligence. I think you should be bold to adopt all those new technologies. Anyway, you have to start. So that's you will not lose anything. My point of view is a great opportunity for Africa to take a bold initiative. They're adopting all these technologies. I was very much impressed when I went to China. Mm-hmm. China, that's they do not use money anymore. Everything is on that mobile payment. So that make that Chinese economy grow very fast. They're reducing all that distribution cost. That's so everyone can involved. They can create their own company very easily because that all transactions going through that information technology. You don't need any some kind of a fixed capital to set up your own business. Nothing. You can just start your business if you have an idea by using this information technology. So I think Africa should take this opportunity.
You see that during this Africa Congress of Accountants, there is a lot of participation of women. What do you think? How I mean, what is your perception about this huge presence of women in the profession?
It's a magnificent. Women is actually that's half the population. So their participation should be much more encouraged. Their talent should be respected. But traditionally, women has some limited opportunity to contribute to the society. The IFAC, we are emphasizing gender balance very much aggressively. So it's too early to say, but next year we will have a board. Women board members exceed men board members. So we are very much intentionally emphasizing women participation because they have a talent. They have something that's they can contribute to the society. So I think it's a very good. I think even you should go further, much bold approach to the women, provide women has more opportunity to contribute to the society. It's really important. It's really, especially leadership, should emphasize women participation in society, especially economic growth activities. Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Ikinjo, President of the International Foundation of Accountants. So enjoy these amazing days in Marrakesh with the 5th edition of Africa Congress of Accountants. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I thank you.
So welcome, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, on ACOA 2019, hashtag ACOA 2019. Et bientôt, rendez-vous sur d'autres émissions avec d'autres experts et d'autres intervenants. Merci.